Hi, we're Stephanie and Adrian. Welcome to Manila, Philippines. For this trip, we stayed at Bay Prime Hotel located near Manila Bay because it is the closest and most affordable one next to the airport, and it's in a pretty convenient area, especially if you're planning to explore central Manila. Inside the room, everything is pretty standard but comfortable, and they have toiletries, and it's clean in here. It's simple, but everything you need for a short stay is here. And there's a restaurant, there's a cafe, they have a kitchenette where you can find some of the tea and coffee. They have a small working desk, they have a free Wi-Fi, a TV, and aircon. There's a convenience store area close by. And if you want to go somewhere and you have your luggage, you can also leave it in the hotel. They also have a swimming pool, and it's very family friendly, and there's a small fitness area if you want to work out during your stay. Today's page takes us to Manila, the capital of the Philippines. After settling here, we made our way to Intramuros. Intramuros means within the walls, and it was built during the Spanish colonial period in the late 1500s. For over 300 years, this area served as the center of political, religious, and military power in Manila. We started at Plaza Roma, which used to be the main square of Intramuros. Right in front of it is the Manila Cathedral. The cathedral you see today has actually been rebuilt several times because of earthquakes and war damage. The current structure was completed in 1958. It's still an active church, so visitors are welcome, but it's important to be respectful, especially during the Mass. The entrance is free, and it's one of the easiest landmarks to access when you arrive in Intramuros. There are many ways to explore Intramuros. You can either walk, or you can rent a bike, or you can go with a horse, which is called Kalesa. But today, we're just gonna walk deeper into Intramuros. We also passed by San Agustin Church, which is actually the oldest stone church in the Philippines. It was completed in 1607 and is now part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is one of the best ways to explore the area, just walking and taking your time. You'll notice the streets feel very different from the rest of Manila. The cobblestones, old walls, and the colonial-style buildings give you a glimpse of what the city used to look like. There are also small cafes and local spots along the way, so it's easy to stop and take a break if needed. As we continued walking around, you start to notice the smaller details, the textures of the walls, the wooden windows, the mix of restored and older structures. Some areas feel more preserved, while others show signs of reconstruction. It's not just one period of history, it's a different time periods existing side by side. And another one of the main places we wanted to visit was Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago is a historic fortress located inside Intramuros, and it played a major role during the Spanish colonial period. Later on, it also became significant during the World War II. The entrance fee is around 75 to 100 pesos per person, and it's open daily. So we took the queue because there was a lot of people visiting the area, and once inside, there's actually a lot to explore. There are gardens, walking paths, and different sections with historical displays. Standing here at the entrance area, you can see how open the space is compared to the streets outside. It's also very clean, and there's a toilet inside. And one of the most important parts of the fort is its connection to Rizal. He is the national hero of the Philippines, and he was imprisoned here before his execution in 1896. There are markers and exhibits throughout the area that explains his story and final days. We spent quite a bit of time just walking around the park area inside the fort. It's surprisingly calm, especially compared to the busy street outside Intramuros. There's a mix of open spaces, old ruins, and shaded areas where you can just slow down for a bit. You'll notice people taking breaks here, sitting on benches, or just staying in the shade. It's actually a good midpoint if you've been walking for a while, especially since the rest of the fort can take time to explore, which makes it easier to slow down before continuing to the next areas. There are signboards around the area as well, which help guide visitors through the site. And there's also an underground section inside the fort. It's quite dark and it's very enclosed, that was used during the wartime. The atmosphere there feels very different. It's more quiet and heavy compared to the rest of the park. As we spent more time inside the dungeon, the details started to stand out more. The structure itself feels heavy, thick walls, uneven surfaces, and very little natural light. In some sections, you can see how narrow the passages are, which gives a better sense of how confined the space would have been. There are also visual displays throughout the area, including old photographs and recorded footage that provide additional context. Some of the installations recreate scenes from the past, showing how the space may have been used. The sculptures of figures you see here are based on historical accounts and are meant to represent the experiences of people who were held here in the past. It's not presented in a dramatic way, but more as a visual reference to help visitors understand the conditions. Spending a few minutes here, you begin to notice how quiet it is. The sound changes, and everything feels more enclosed compared to outside. It's also noticeably cooler, which adds to the overall atmosphere of the space. Even though it's a relatively small section of the fort, it's one of the areas where people tend to slow down and spend more time observing. The combination of the structure, lighting, and the information presented makes it one of the more immersive parts of the visit. Coming out from the dungeon area, your eyes takes a moment to adjust to the light again. From here, the space opens up and you can see more of the surroundings beyond the fort. There are viewpoints along the side where you can catch a glimpse of the water in the distance. The air feels different as well, more open with a bit of breeze coming through. It's a natural transition point between the enclosed areas of the fort and the rest of the grounds. From here, you can either continue exploring or just pause for a moment before heading out. The layout is quite organized with clear paths leading toward different sections of the fort. It's the kind of place where you can explore at your own pace without needing a strict route. After spending a few hours in Intramuros, we headed back to the hotel. By this time, the traffic in Manila was started to build up again, so the return trip took a bit longer. Later in the evening, we went out again to watch fireworks. This area is known for its sunset views, and sometimes there are scheduled fireworks displays, especially during events. It was such a nice way to end the day, something simple after a full afternoon of exploring. That's how we spent our first day in Manila, from historic landmark in Intramuros to a quiet evening by the bay. This is one page of our journey and we're still writing. Thank you for watching.